And another good thing is if you work with the same property management, like with the other one, I didn't have to do another credit report or credit check. You don't have to do, you can bypass all that.
Yeah, you won't.
So,
like after you get your first one, all you do the next one is just ask. If they got it available, they're gonna say, okay, great. What did you do to find them? You're in Houston. Did you follow the steps? Did you do something different? What are you doing? What happened? Walk us through it a little bit. What'd you do?
I tried to follow the steps. Like everybody has the problems with the real estate, the management companies. They just want to send you, it's all virtual. They don't want to talk to you or whatever. So initially I tried to book it online. It says here you can schedule this and that, but it always says that nothing's available. So I hunted down the agent. I sent him an email and I just say, hey, I'm really interested in your property. I've seen it's been listed for a while. I have a couple questions. Can you call me back? So he called me back within 10 minutes. And then pretty much instead of like sending the memo, I pretty much told him what I was doing on the phone. I got in contact with him because it's.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, talk.
I was just saying it is trying, just to get these managers, someone on the phone or to talk to someone. Because first they want to send you the application and do all this stuff, but I want to make sure it's okay. Yep. So I talked to him himself, and he ended up meeting me that same day. You
didn't change the script though, did you?
Oh, no. I just pretty much I read it to him instead of me, sending it over an email because I couldn't get to him.
Okay, so you were running into a lot of the automated, like Kayla was talking about. Yes. Right, the automated messages and the self tours, right?
Yes.
And as you were running into them, you weren't really getting a lot of traction.
Correct. No.
So you made a decision that, okay, I'm just gonna do this slightly different, which is I'm going to actually reach out to one of the agents themselves personally, right? But I'm not gonna change the script. I'm just gonna reach out to them and let them know what I'm using it for. From there, see how it goes. How many of those did you have to do like that?
This is actually my first one, only because the other property I was looking for was under still the same management company. So I was like, I gotta get a hold of somebody in this place because they have too many I like. So that's when that one I was like, and then it was on the market for 100 days. So I was like, come on now. This is probably why, because they're not responding to people, So yeah, I got in touch.
Now I want to just point something out to everyone. So what TEAH did was she was doing her 10 days normally, and she recognized this place that's on, and it tells you on Zillow how long it's been on the market. And when it was listed, and it said 100 days. So, I mean, she's now just using some common sense and saying, wait a minute. Like most people, I know what some people say, well, if it's 100 days, there must be a problem with the place. And then they just skip over it. What she said was, you know what, this 100 days has been on the market. The reason why is because they're probably not responding to anyone. And everybody is not really getting the service. So let me at least reach out to them, pick up the phone and call. She did it. I asked her how many of these does she have to do. She said, this is the first one she did it like that. And she got a response, right? So we're gonna, to answer, we're gonna get into a little bit of that because I know Kayla had a question regarding that, so I'm going to get into more detail about it. So, all right, so you did that, and how'd the conversation go? Tell me a little bit about it.
Oh, the conversation went great. It was like he didn't even want to let me go. So, pretty much I told him what I was doing. He was like, "Oh, okay," and then he was like, "Well, we got another one." I was like, "Oh, well, if all is well, I want both of them." He was like, "Oh, you do?" So I said, "Yes, sir." So that's how that started. He's like, okay. And then he told me what I needed to submit and everything. And I told him the time that I would submit. I followed through and submitted the application. And sure enough, he was like, well, the next day he was like, you're approved. And then he was like, oh, but you know what? I fell short on like double the rent or whatever, with both units. So I said, I have a business partner, He was like, oh, okay. And then so I asked Helen, you want to just go ahead and just sign the lease with me, this and that. She was, Helen's already ready. So that's what we did.
Okay. So what she said was, when she was doing both, like she got approved, but for both, they said she fell a little short on the 2 to 3 times rent for both. So what she did was, the person that she's doing the alliance with, which is Helen, one of our students as well, that's also in the alliance group. If you guys are not in the alliance group and you want to be, you let me know and I'll get you added. And what they do inside that group is they collaborate and they come together on things that they want to do in different areas. TEAH is actually in Houston having a lot of success. Helen is in California, and she's like, man, just to pick up a place here, it costs me like 3 or 4 times what you guys are paying over there. So, TEAH's like, well, look, I got a number of things over here that I got access to. It's just, from a financial perspective, like I'm kind of tapped out, right? So let's connect and we can hook up, and you could fund it. I'll do the legwork, and then we'll share in the profit. So with that, I want to say great job, TEAH. Now, quick question: does anybody have any questions for TEAH?
I do.
Yes, ma'am.
So it was a property management company?
Yes.
Win-win.
And so and then I hear a lot of people say that they don't, I was like that too, leery of, working with the management company, all the stuff that you have to go through. But it's really to their discretion if they want to or not. I just found that out because my credit ain't great, mind you, but I don't have any evictions, bankruptcies, and all that. So he strictly went off my pay stub. That's all. Because if he would have pulled my credit, he probably would have told me no.
Yeah, but again, what I'm gonna say to that is, why do you think he didn't decide to do that? Did you think he just was desperate, or did you implement the win-win principles, and did you build good rapport?
Great rapport, and the win-win principles, and straight up, upcoming of what I'm doing. I will have my guests here. I'm a nurse, and I work with traveling nurses who would like the comfort of their own home opposed to going to a hotel. And they come for 3-4 days, and I host them, and they're gone, and then the next colleague comes in and same thing. He's like, oh, that's he was interested, and then we start talking about travel. So I don't know how we got on travel, but yeah.
Right. I mean, and that's it. Like the point I was making is that the reason why he was willing to overlook the credit stuff is because he liked her. Like, she got there, she built the rapport, she talked about who she is, like what she does, and not really going in trying to teach him her business or trying to convince him of anything, just following this, her template, and then being herself, her likable self, and getting to know him. And if you do that properly, then if they like you, then it's gonna overshadow some of the other things that that they have out there in their language, on their website and all this stuff to kind of deter people, right? It's going to compensate for some of those things where they won't even ask you for them, because like their whole point is they want someone in there that they're gonna like, and someone that's not gonna be full of drama and that's gonna make their life easy. That's her. That's him. That's you guys. That's you guys too. If you do it right, if you just follow the steps.
And another good thing is if you work with the same property management, like with the other one, I didn't have to do another credit report or credit check. You don't have to do. You can bypass all that.
Yeah, you won't. So, like after you get your first one, all you do the next one is just ask. If they got it available, they're gonna say, okay, great.
Right. Yeah.
Did you have to fill out an application?
I did, and I did pay the $50, but it was a general, pretty much what they were looking for is no evictions, no bankruptcy, no one coming after you or stuff like, a package.
Well, when you contacted the realtor, did you call the number that was listed on the property, or did you email the realtor?
Actually, I emailed them through Zillow, because when I even pulled up their site, I went to try to look for their site. It's like they have everything unlocked. They don't even have people's numbers. They have a general number, which is again a recording. So that's why I messaged him, like I put his name in there. You know, hey George, this is Mike, and I was inquiring about this, you know, this unit, blah blah blah, and then he responded right back.
I know
Oh,
she's
yeah,
just
she is.
ecstatic because Helen was on these calls and she's like, man, you getting these places for $1,500, $1,200, $1,800. I am envious. Like I gotta do something because these places out here are like $4,000, $5,000. So she got into the Alliance group and hooked up with TEAH.
Right. Well, I thought I was going to get a unit sooner. Well, the 3-bedroom that I was offered, but it wasn't good. So, and I felt bad because I told her, you know, we're going to do this. And so instead of waiting for them, you know, that's when I pushed forward, you know, for these other ones because I didn't want to wait for them because they're taking forever.
Okay. So that was what, a few weeks ago then?
Yes.
Okay, great. So now it's happened and that's great. Wonderful. Excellent, TEAH. Great job.
Hey guys, it's Jim. I hope you're enjoying the series of videos that I'm putting out of my new student hosts. There's a couple that I put out before this, a couple that I'm putting out after as well. It's all real informative stuff to help you in your journey with Airbnb passive income. And if you do enjoy it, I'd ask you to do a couple things. One, if we're on air, if you're watching this on YouTube, like and share the video and subscribe to the channel. And if you're not on YouTube, go ahead over to the channel and subscribe, like, and share the video if you want to be updated on all the new videos that are going to be coming up, as well as getting the other ones that will also help you along your journey of Airbnb, creating Airbnb passive income to be able to support the vision that God's given you for your life. And then also, I don't know if you know, but I also have a semi-private group where, you know, we're in there and we share a lot of things in the group. You're able to kind of see more of what my students are doing and also what some of the other folks that are doing that are just trying to get started and getting some help without actually being a part of my academy. And so you can actually go over to that group. It's my Facebook group, and you'll find the link to that group in the description below. And if you're already in it, great. You're already in the group. You know what we're doing, and glad to have you. Now, the last thing is this. If you're already in the group, or if you're not in the group and you're not a student, you know, and you like the information that the free information that I'm sharing, and you feel like maybe this would be a great fit for you as far as being able to, you know, do Airbnb passive income without owning property, then schedule a one-on-one with me. I'd love to meet with you. As you know, I love helping people start and grow their $5,000 to $15,000 a month Airbnb passive income business without banks, without experience, and without owning property. And so, yeah, schedule an opportunity. I'd love to, as I said, I'd love to meet with you one-on-one, and, you know, we can see if it's a good fit. I can, you know, give you some more information, some background about the academy and how everything works. And if it is a great fit and I'm able to give you an invitation, because my academy is invitation only, but if I'm able to give you an invitation, then I'll give you an invitation, get you enrolled, and get you started today. And with that said, I want to thank you for watching, and I'll look forward to meeting with you and working with you in the very near future. God bless you.